Fantastic. Hi, Clint.
Good. How you doing?
Pal, I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm not doing too bad.
You are not doing too bad. You're fantastic. So you are, just in case you forgot, you're 89 years old.
An international star, Mr. Clint Eastwood. You got a tough act to follow, you know that?
20th and Plum.
20th and Plum.
She's wild.
That really flipped me out because having grown up in small towns, when somebody says you live at 20th and Plum, and as Doc said, that's not the main part of town.
Known for his legendary Hollywood career, Clint Eastwood has overcome many obstacles in his life, but none more intimate than the recent passing of his longtime partner. Her untimely death at the age of 61 devastated fans and loved ones. Clint has always maintained privacy regarding his life behind the cameras and tough guy performances. However, the world is now aware of the terrible events that led to his cherished partner's death. What caused her untimely death? In this video, we look at the tragic specifics and Clint's coping mechanisms after this terrible loss. Clint Eastwood's journey to fame in Hollywood. Clint Eastwood's ascent to stardom resulted from his grit and perseverance rather than an overnight triumph. Eastwood was born in San Francisco on May 31, 1930, and his upbringing during the Great Depression gave him a strong work ethic. His family relocated regularly in pursuit of employment, which instilled in him a sense of flexibility and grit at an early age. Although Eastwood first gravitated toward a profession in business and mechanical, he displayed an early passion for performing and music. But spending some time in the U.S., his time in the Army during the Korean War opened new doors. Inspired by comrades who saw his potential, he returned to acting with serious intent. Despite the difficulties of moving to Hollywood, Eastwood's resolve did not waver. He had to deal with many rejections and typecasting before finding jobs that fit his goals. His tenacity and capacity to concentrate on his objectives in the face of outside pressure characterize this stage of his life. Overcoming setbacks. Eastwood's cinematic career started in 1954 with little roles that tested his determination. Tall and attractive, but sometimes taken for granted because of his good features, Eastwood was cast in cliched parts that did not bring out the best in him. He made small TV appearances and B-movies since he knew he had to earn his way in Hollywood to be successful for a long time. Despite these obstacles, Eastwood kept improving his art by attending many auditions, studying seasoned actors, and never stopping learning. His big break came when he signed a deal with Universal Studios, but even then he had trouble finding work and was fired frequently. Disappointed but unconquered, Eastwood discovered resiliency and motivated himself to pursue every avenue of skill improvement. Acknowledging the competitive nature of Hollywood, he intensified his efforts to improve his abilities and committed to jobs that would help him advance. For Eastwood, this pivotal time showed he could persevere through short-term setbacks. Iconic roles for Clint Eastwood. When Eastwood was cast in the Western TV series Rawhide in 1959, he was given a larger audience and consistent work, which marked a significant turning point in his career. With his portrayal of Rowdy Yates, Eastwood leveraged his tough charm and growing acting prowess to establish himself as a household figure. But his role in Sergio Leone's spaghetti westerns made him a global household name. Eastwood's professional trajectory was completely reshaped with A Fistful of Dollars in 1964, which introduced him as the man with no name and made him a model for Western protagonists. Audiences worldwide were enthralled with the trilogy's distinct aesthetic and Eastwood's captivating performance, which complemented the period's changing preference in films. In addition to revitalizing the Western genre, this unexpected success solidified Eastwood's place in history as a global legend. Eastwood's mysterious demeanor, sparse speech, and enormous charm made him a popular figure and forged enduring business ties, which paved the way for his subsequent pursuits in producing and directing. Admired directorial vision. Eastwood displayed extraordinary talent and a distinct vision as he moved from actor to director. Play Misty for Me in 1971, a psychological thriller that was a critical and financial triumph, marked his directing debut and demonstrated his versatility beyond playing. Eastwood gained recognition fast for his ability to narrate compelling, personal stories that appealed to a wide audience. His career as a director was cemented by the success of movies such as The Outlaw Josie Wales in 1976 and High Plains Drifter in 1973, which demonstrated his tremendous abilities. Strong character development, difficult moral quandaries, and a sophisticated examination of human emotions are hallmarks of his writing style. In addition, Eastwood's steadfast devotion to his group promotes cooperation. Working constantly with reliable performers, crew members, and composers such as Lenny Niehaus, Eastwood fosters a creative synergy that adds to the authenticity of his films. Aspiring filmmakers look up to him because of his love of storytelling and respect for the craft, demonstrating how strong leadership and creative intuition can result in long-lasting success. A unique approach to set. Eastwood is well known for his composed manner and strong leadership, as he takes a rigorous yet creative approach on set. He frequently favors location filming with little to no rehearsal so that the plot can develop naturally in the setting. Eastwood places a high importance on efficiency, ensuring that his productions are timely and economical without compromising on quality. His commitment to efficient filmmaking makes him a producer favorite and demonstrates his deep regard for the time and labor of his staff. His ability to perceive a scene's needs intuitively enables him to trust actors' interpretations, resulting in a laid-back yet polished environment. Furthermore, Eastwood's skills at delegation demonstrates his faith in his group, giving them the latitude to express their original ideas within the confines of the movie. His approach, based on empowerment and respect, has helped him establish a reputation as a director who can change course when necessary, and yet bring out the finest performance from his actors. Private life in Carmel. In Carmel by the Sea, California, Clint Eastwood leads a tranquil existence despite his commanding influence in Hollywood. Carmel, well known for its charming small-town charm and stunning coastline views, provides Eastwood with a tranquil haven away from the busy vibe of Los Angeles. He enjoys the simplicity and calm that city life often lacks here, where he can play the piano and listen to jazz music, which he finds most reviving. His decision to live in Carmel is not just practical but also quite personal, representing his desire for a calmer way of life than one emphasizing glamour. In 1986 and 1988, Eastwood held the office of mayor of Carmel, demonstrating his commitment to civic duty and his love of his neighborhood. With this parallel life, Eastwood maintains a great deal of seclusion while being able to express his talents. Eastwood maintains equilibrium and stays grounded by keeping close-knit relationships with local friends and family, allowing him to pursue his passions free from the continual distraction of the spotlight. Marriage to Maggie Johnson. Clint Eastwood's lengthy and intricate personal life began with his romance with Maggie Johnson. In 1953, Johnson went on a blind date in San Francisco and fell in love with Eastwood because of his charm and charisma. Their marriage started full of promise, but it soon became difficult since Eastwood's growing profession required much time and effort. The demands of Hollywood and Eastwood's battles with monogamy caused an extra strain on their 25-year marriage. They had 2 children, Kyle and Allison, who would both carry on their father's creative legacy and stay faithful for many years despite these obstacles. After their disagreements became intolerable, the pair eventually filed for divorce in 1979, and their divorce was finalized in 1984. Nonetheless, Johnson is recognized for positively impacting Eastwood's early career by providing steadiness during its development. Even though their relationship was difficult, it serves as a testament to the difficulties of being in the spotlight. Turmoil with Sondra Locke. Clint Eastwood started seeing Sondra Locke, a gifted actress he met while shooting The Outlaw Josie Wales, while he was still married to Maggie Johnson. Difficult obstacles tempered the couple's passionate relationship. Locke called their 14-year romance turbulent, pointing out that it started in scandal and ended in divorce. After their split, there were claims that Eastwood had coerced Locke into having several abortions, including a tubal ligation, which gave their story a sad and sinister edge. Feeling left out, Locke pursued legal action, which started a well-publicized settlement process. Locke was left emotionally exhausted from the legal struggle, but financially secure with a sizable payment following the public and acrimonious breakup. Their relationship, still among Hollywood's most talked about, is a stark reminder of the passionate personal and creative entanglements that frequently arise in the spotlight. Both sides recognized their positive effects on one another, both personally and professionally, notwithstanding their disagreements. Legal battles unfold. After splitting from Sandra Locke, Eastwood became involved in a lengthy legal dispute that made headlines. In an attempt to receive financial compensation and recognition for the emotional and professional sacrifices she had made during their relationship, Locke launched a palimony claim. Their complicated and frequently tense relationship was depicted in detail by the intimate information revealed during the acrimonious legal proceedings. In the end, Eastwood consented to a settlement that included a house, $450,000 in payments, and a Warner Brothers development agreement for Locke. Although the settlement ended the public disagreement, it illuminated the ongoing complexity of Eastwood's relationships and personal life. Despite the rift, this challenging period highlighted Eastwood's susceptibility in a high-stakes, high-profile industry where personal matters are occasionally closely examined in addition to professional accomplishments. Both were able to go on in their personal and professional lives after the conclusion, though there was a residual feeling of unresolved psychological and emotional issues. Complex family dynamics. Clint Eastwood's personal life, characterized by complex and occasionally turbulent family dynamics, has frequently matched the emotional arcs of his films. Eastwood's romantic connections resulted in a complex web of partnerships and mixed families throughout time. He had relationships with Sandra Locke and Maggie Johnson after his marriage, and he also had relationships with Roxanne Tunis, with whom he had a daughter named Kimber. While bringing new delights and difficulties to Eastwood's family, each partnership also complicated interactions. These incidents presented a public image of a man who was passionate about what he did, but also sought a permanent relationship despite celebrity demands. His engagements with actresses Frances Fischer and Dina Ruiz resulted in more children and new experiences in fatherhood and partnership. Despite the intricacy, his family is held together by a bond of love, respect, and support that endures through any difficult times, whether private or public. Despite his problems, Eastwood's capacity to stay in touch with his kids demonstrates his unwavering dedication to his family. Jolene Reeves and Frances Fischer. His relationships opened new chapters in Eastwood's personal life with Jolene Reeves and Frances Fischer after Locke. Clint expanded his family by becoming a father to Scott Eastwood through Reeves. His second relationship was personal and professional with Frances Fischer, a well-known actress. They fell in love and stayed together for 4 years after meeting on the set of Pink Cadillac. They had a daughter named Francesca together, which demonstrated Eastwood's dedication to growing his family despite relationship difficulties in the past. Eastwood found newfound stability in his personal life during his time with Fischer, characterized by their shared artistic interests and respect for one another. These two partnerships highlighted a turning point in Eastwood's life as he reconciled becoming a dad and retaining his powerful position in the film industry. Even after their romances ended, Reeves and Fischer played significant roles in Eastwood's life, redefining his romantic story and adding to the complexity of his public persona. Dina Ruiz's role in Unity. Eastwood's second wife, Dina Ruiz, was instrumental in trying to bring a disorganized family tree together. She was a reporter and news anchor from California when she first spoke with Eastwood in 1992. After a brief courtship, the two married in 1996, starting a new chapter of ardor and oneness. Many people give Ruiz credit for uniting Eastwood's disparate family dynamics, promoting family ties and creating a feeling of community. To ease any remaining tensions or misunderstandings, she planned family get-togethers and networks of mutual support. Morgan, Ruiz, and Eastwood's daughter strengthened the ties throughout the family. Ruiz was Eastwood's spouse for a while, and although their marriage ended in a formal split in 2013, Ruiz remarried in 2016. It brought their large family together and offered some serenity to their lives. Her influence over these years turned Eastwood's attention to introspection and personal development, showing how love and understanding can cut through difficult familial borders, if not bring them together forever. Separation from Dina Ruiz. Another significant turning point in Eastwood's personal story was his split from Dina Ruiz. After more than 15 years of marriage, their union finally broke down due to the stressors that all too frequently come with living in the spotlight. For the benefit of their daughter, Morgan, both parties tried to uphold an environment of mutual respect and support during their divorce. In contrast to the turbulent breakups of previous relationships, parting with Ruiz was handled with respect and grace, prioritizing shared ideals over residual animosity. Ruiz remarried Scott Fischer in 2016 after finding happiness with him as her new partner after their divorce. Ruiz's new chapter emphasized the potential for fresh starts while reiterating themes of resiliency and reconstruction. The break gave Eastwood more time to reflect, prioritize his family and career, and show that he could still adjust to change in his senior years. The event made it clear how important it is to pursue personal development and fulfillment while yet appreciating the past. The loss of Christina Sandera. After a decade of both career and personal success, Clint Eastwood experienced a significant personal loss in 2024 when his partner, Christina Sandera, passed away. They had met at the Mission Ranch Hotel in Eastwood almost 10 years earlier, but they had kept a low profile because they valued their comfort in one another's company over attention from the public. At numerous red carpet events, Sandera, who was always there to support him, stood by Eastwood, demonstrating a partnership based on affection and respect. Her sudden heart attack was a devastating emotional blow. Public remarks revealed the depth of Eastwood's sadness, and the death brought many memories of the movie mogul's more reserved, frail side. Her passing highlighted a moving period in Eastwood's life and perfectly encapsulated the enduring strength of love and the unavoidable tragedy of loss. Eastwood has handled the tragedy with the same tenacity and bravery that have characterized his life and profession, notwithstanding this. A love story with Christina Sandera. The intimacy and seclusion of Eastwood's connection with Christina Sandera were noteworthy. Their modest relationship, which started in 2014, was a model of respect for one another and the low-key appreciation of life's smaller joys. In contrast to his previous, more visible relationships, Eastwood and Sandera's relationship was marked by common interests, such as a passion for animals and volunteer work. With her experience in hospitality, Sandera embraced the beauty and simplicity of Eastwood's life in Carmel, complementing it. Their relationship was one of sincere love, free from the hectic Hollywood scene, giving Eastwood a unique feeling of normalcy. Sandera was, in many respects, the steadying influence and friend that Eastwood needed to counterbalance his demanding work commitments. Her demise marked the end of a lovely relationship and illuminated the lasting relationships formed in later life. Sandera's affection, friendship, and the enduring legacy of their shared adventure are all profoundly impacted by Eastwood's views on their time together. Committed to working despite loss. Even after Christina Sandera passed away tragically, Clint Eastwood remained incredibly committed to his work. This willpower pays homage to his departed spouse, transforming sorrow into artistic vigor that validates his passion for film and narrative. Eastwood's will to continue creating work highlights the tenacity evident throughout his life and career. His work ethic fosters an atmosphere where creativity flourishes despite personal struggles. It's frequently characterized by early call times and focus throughout production. Colleagues frequently mention Eastwood's extraordinary talent, which enables him to persevere and achieve success, as well as his ability to separate his anguish from his professional responsibilities. Being involved with the business is therapeutic for Eastwood and also acts as a source of inspiration for others, supporting the idea that hardships in life can be overcome by creative tenacity. Eastwood is a wonderful example of how passion can lead to healing and purpose because he devotes himself to his job, even in the face of tragedy. A thriving career in his 90s. Even at 99 years old, Clint Eastwood is still a prominent and active member of the film industry. Distinguished for his painstaking directing technique, Clint Eastwood helmed the suspense thriller Juror No. 2, demonstrating his unwavering love for narrative. With a career spanning more than 60 years, Eastwood's creative output and work ethic defy age stereotypes and indicate that a person's commitment to their trade is ageless. His ongoing popularity also shows how much as a filmmaker he's grown, producing compelling and thought-provoking stories. Remaining a lively and dynamic figure in Hollywood, Eastwood juggles personal interests with directing projects. Beyond just starring and directing, Eastwood advises up-and-coming filmmakers, sharing his experience and developing fresh talent. Eastwood continues to inspire audiences and professionals by tenaciously pursuing initiatives that pique his passion, demonstrating that creativity and ingenuity can flourish at any stage of life. Families solace in each other. Following Christina Sandera's death, the Eastwood family has drawn strength from their shared bond, underscoring the value of family ties in times of tragedy. Eastwood has accumulated a complicated but loving family dynamic throughout his life, with children and grandchildren offering solace and continuity. His family was able to get together during this difficult time of loss to celebrate Sandera's life and to share memories and experiences, while also finding comfort in one another's company. Family get-togethers have increased frequently, encouraging healing via cherished memories and told tales. Eastwood has uncovered new aspects of family love in this unity that go beyond his well-known public character. Fostering candid dialogue and providing emotional assistance, his family is a shining example of resiliency and unity. In addition to delivering Eastwood with a strong network of allies, this heightened familial presence also underscores the everlasting value of family in helping people overcome life's inevitable setbacks and victories. Clint Eastwood's ongoing legacy. Clint Eastwood's history is characterized by his unwavering dedication to innovation and quality. Eastwood has shaped popular culture and the film business as a prolific actor, director, and producer throughout several generations. With his famous performances and storytelling that challenge moral dilemmas and human resilience, his efforts have established an enduring legacy. By incorporating his viewpoints and life experiences, Eastwood creates stories that captivate viewers worldwide. His reputation as a visionary who isn't afraid to take chances to make real, powerful content is furthered by his ability to transcend genres and challenge established cinematic conventions. Eastwood's contribution to the arts is further enhanced by his teamwork and respect-based ethos, which acts as a manual for budding filmmakers outside his films. Future generations are inspired by Eastwood's legacy to challenge storytelling conventions while adhering to creative integrity and vision, since he's an icon whose career demonstrates unwavering enthusiasm. Inspiration for future generations. Future generations will find great inspiration in Clint Eastwood's journey from an aspiring actor to a living legend. His narrative, which emphasizes grit, endurance, and a dedication to lifelong learning, personifies the American ideal. Eastwood is a prime example of the transforming force of desire and resiliency due to his daring pursuit of parts and his smooth transition to directing. He persevered in the face of many obstacles and rebukes along the road, demonstrating the value of self-belief and flexibility. His stories show the limitless potential of creation and speak to individuals who dare to dream bigger than their present situation. Clint Eastwood inspires young artists to push boundaries and embrace inventive storytelling as a timeless icon of artistic brilliance. His legacy is a reminder that genuineness, uniqueness, and devotion to one's profession pave the path for groundbreaking works that inspire and uplift audiences everywhere. A life worth celebrating. The intricate fabric of Clint Eastwood's life is made up of his professional successes, kind relationships, and personal victories. His tenacity shows through setbacks and triumphs, providing a story that honors human effort, creativity, and genuineness. Eastwood has dedicated his life to crafting stories that influence artists and viewers. This is evident in his contributions both on and off-screen. Investigating his life story reveals an inspiring legacy that cuts across sectors and cultural boundaries. Looking back on Eastwood's varied life reveals his timeless accomplishments, the film's transformational potential, and the human spirit's resiliency. His path, characterized by unceasing development, enthusiasm, and reinvention, continues to serve as an example of living genuinely, purposefully, and forward-thinkingly. If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon